Oh, what's going on, guys? Edawg, I'm back. Finally back on the MMA channel. It's pretty crazy, I know. I haven't recorded on this channel since October 21st, or yeah, the 21st. It was when Volkanvoski fought Islam Makhachev. He moved up and, got knocked out in the round. And actually today is Volkanvoski versus Topuria, and yeah, I'm excited, and I want to get this MMA channel back. I wanna start being active on here. So yeah, I'm gonna be pretty busy. Cause if you don't know, I actually have a main channel called Edawg Snipes. If you go to this channel section of this channel, you can see it. That's my main channel, and I make gaming videos on there. So yeah. But I'm also an MMA fan, and I want a platform to make videos and talk about mixed martial arts or anything combat sports related, really. So yeah, I'm literally just gonna talk about UFC 298. I'm gonna give my picks. I'm gonna give predictions, stuff like that. Let me pull up the card real quick. Yeah, Volkanvoski versus Topuria. Whitaker versus Paulo Costa. Jeff Neal versus Ian Gary. Merab versus Cejudo. I would have thought Merab and Cejudo would have been above Ian Gary and Jeff Neal in the main card, but Anthony Hernandez and Roman Kopylov, which Kopylov is looking good, not even gonna lie. Looks exactly like Chase Hooper. I'm seeing memes like that everywhere. But yeah, I'm probably gonna I'm just gonna start with the main event, and I'm gonna go down the card, and I might talk about Moreno and Royval next week. Yair and Ortega too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna start with Volkan Topuria. My predictions for this fight. People are probably gonna disagree with me, and I'm a massive Volk fan, but I just have to say what I think. Yeah, if I was a betting man, I would be really confident in saying Topuria is gonna knock out Volkanovski in the first round. I'm super confident. I don't think I've been this confident for a pick, to be honest. And you might think why am I picking this? Because of course, Volk just got knocked out against Islam, but at featherweight, he's been pretty dominant. His I know in the Islam rematch he didn't have a training camp. Would have been a factor later on. Like if it was competitive the first round, and in the second Volk started to crumble, I would understand that, but Volk looked healthy up until he got caught with that head kick. So I mean, you could disagree if you want, but I just feel like I feel like we're gonna see a similar Volkanovski in this pay-per-view, even though he has a training camp. I think it's gonna be similar. Because honestly, I know people like to bring up the short notice thingy, but I still feel like it's going to be similar. I think that, and again, I could be wrong, but I'm saying if I had to put money on it, if I had to put my life savings on this fight, I'm going to say Topuria by round 1 knockout. Because I love Volk, man. I love Volk. He's one of my favorite champions of all time. But I also like Topuria. I like both of these guys. So whoever wins, I'm not going to be mad if Volk wins, but I am Topuria just looks so good, man. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Topuria by round 1 knockout for the main event. I'm really confident. I'm open to being wrong. I'll be happy if I'm wrong. I love Volk, but I'm putting my money on Topuria if I had to pick. So yeah, Topuria by round 1 knockout or TKO. I think it's to be, like I said, I think it's to be similar to Islam Makhachev fight. And Paulo Costa, definitely Whitaker, man. I mean, Costa hasn't fought in since August of 2022. His last fight was Luke Rockhold. You know, it was a super competitive fight. Paulo Costa is just pretty weird, to be honest. He's like, he agreed to like 3 fights and pulled out like in a row. He's just kind of a weird guy. Not really, yeah. I know people love Costa. They think he's funny, like his online personality, but I don't know, man. I'm going to pick Whitaker by... Honestly, bruh? Honestly? Probably decision, but like I'd say because Paulo Costa is tough. But if I had to put money on it, I would say Whitaker by round 2 TKO. I think Whitaker could stop him. He doesn't have as much power as Costa, but I think as far as like I think Whitaker could still put it on him. I'm gonna pick Whitaker for that fight. And Jeff Neal versus Ian Gary. This is kind of a tough one, to be honest. It's actually a really tough one. Ian Gary's last fight was like Neil Magny. He beat him like 30-24 or something insane like that. And Jeff Neal, his last fight was against Shavkat. Which Jeff Neal was actually making that fight competitive. And Shavkat's really good, so I might pick Jeff Neal. I don't know. Ian Gary is good though, man. I know people don't like him. I know the whole thing going on with his wife. Like, people like to pick on him for that. But, like, if we're just talking about his fighting ability, he's freaking good. So, I mean, I might pick... Oh, man, I don't even know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This is the fight where we're going to see how good Ian Gary is, though. I mean, I guess you could have said that was the fight with Neil Magny, but I think... Which I'm pretty sure Neil Magny actually beat Jeff Neal in, like, a decision or something like that. It was one of those weird fights. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong, but... I don't know. I'm probably going to... I don't know who wins this fight, man. If whoever I pick, it's just going to be because I don't know. Because it's competitive. Who did Jeff Neal fight? He fought Shavkat, but like, who did he fight before that? He fought Vicente Luque, actually, in 2022. He was putting it on him. Let me see, actually, because he looked good in that fight. I remember he looked good in that Vicente Luque fight. Yep. His last 2 fights were Vicente Luque and then a competitive fight with Shavkat. So Jeff Neal might have actually gotten better from back when he fought Neil Magny. Actually, when was that? I'm going to check. Yeah, he lost a decision to Neil Magny in 2021. Yeah, I think he definitely probably got better after, you know, his last 2 fights were good performances, even though he lost to Shavkat. But Shavkat, you know, you see what he's doing now. I'm going to pick Jeff Neal, bro. I'll pick Jeff Neal just because his last two performances were pretty good. And also, Ian Gary could win this, you know. It's anyone's fight, but I'm going to pick Jeff Neal. Just because I remember the Vicente Luque fight. He was freaking putting it on him. So, yeah. And then, after that, Jeff Neal, Ian Gary, Merab, and Cejudo. I'll pick Merab by decision. 30-20, freaking 30-20. That's the scorecard. It's to be a 30-20 mauling. I actually don't know, man. Cejudo can catch him. I think Cejudo's best chance of winning is by knocking him out, by catching him and knocking him out. I feel like that's anyone's. I feel like, even though that one guy, I remember that one guy had Merab in like an arm triangle for like a minute or something like that. It was like, what was his name? His name was something Simon. What was his name? I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm curious. I'm actually curious. I forgot his name. It was like Ricky Simon or... What the hell was his name, bro? He had him in an arm triangle for hella long. Yeah, Ricky Simon. I was right. Okay. Yeah, he had him in an arm triangle. So, I mean, yeah, that was a hella long time ago, though. I think Cejudo's best chance to win is to catch him and knock him out. I would favor Merab in the wrestling. If we're just talking straight wrestling, like mat wrestling, you know, maybe Cejudo is a better wrestler, but MMA wrestling, when you could mix in the punches and everything, I favor Merab. Merab's a machine. His last fight was against Piotr Jan last year in March, and he freaking mauled him. So yeah, that's I'm gonna pick Merab by decision for that fight. And Anthony Hernandez versus Roman Kopylov. I'm gonna say Kopylov by knockout or knockout. I don't know what round. I'll say round. Kopylov. I don't even know how good this other guy is, to be honest. I don't even really know him like that, so I'm not even gonna lie. But I know who Kopylov is, but I don't know who Anthony Hernandez is. Kopylov by round 1 knockout. That's what I'm going to say. I actually like that guy. He's a pretty sick guy. Amanda Lemos versus Mackenzie Dern. Amanda Lemos by round 1 TK. I'll say round 2. I don't want to say round 1 too much because, I'm bound to be inconsistent with my picks if I'm just picking the same round. But, obviously Mackenzie Dern did not look good against Jessica Andrade. Amanda Lemos just got dominated by Wei Li in a title fight. But yeah, I think Mackenzie Dern looked even worse against Andrade. No offense to Mackenzie Dern, but she didn't look very great. I don't know. Mackenzie Dern could catch her in a submission, but I think Amanda Lemos is pretty well rounded. So yeah, I'm gonna pick Amanda Lemos. Marcos De Lima versus Tafa. Obviously, De Lima got knocked out by Derek Lewis by that freaking, he did a flying knee, he took his pants off, stuff like that. I'm gonna pick Tafa just because I like Tafa. He just knocked out that one guy, Lane at UFC 293. I'm gonna pick Justin Tafa. And it's not Justin Tafa, Junior Tafa. What the hell? Wait, is that it? Am I tripping? Hold on, bro. Okay, yeah. They're brothers. Okay, no, that's not Justin Tafa. That's Junior Tafa. That's a different Tafa, bro. Okay, now that changes my pick completely. I thought we were talking about Justin Tafa. This guy is Junior Tafa. Okay, no. That's not the guy who fought Lane. Never mind. I'm going to pick Marcos De Lima just because, I don't know. I just have a feeling. So, yeah. Rinya Nakamura versus Carlos Vera. I pick Rinya. I remember him from freaking last year. Actually, last year around this time I saw him. He made his debut. So yeah. Oban Elliott versus Val Woodburn. I'll pick Val Woodburn. Andrea Lee versus Amanda Maverick. I'll pick Andrea Lee just because I remember she fought Macy Barber, and I actually thought she won by decision, but it was a close fight. And I'm gonna pick Andrea Lee for that fight. So yeah, that's kind of it for this card today. I could probably just Honestly, this is not a podcast channel, so I'm just probably gonna make this a normal video. So yeah, I think this is it for this video. UFC 298 is today. It's 9 in the morning. The card is later. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch the card, to be honest. I'm probably just gonna chill on my computer and play with my friends. I don't know if I'm gonna be watching it later. I might just look at the results afterwards, to be honest. But yeah, either way, we'll see. After the pay-per-view, I will give my thoughts. Maybe like the day after. So yeah, or tomorrow. Yeah, the day after. So yeah, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And let's see how my picks. Let's see how my picks do. Let's freaking see. All right, I'm actually curious. Okay, I'll see you guys.